So, Mario Odyssey, Dark Souls, Bubsy, The Woolly Strikes Back. Those don't matter. What matter is...
A smashing blast from the past.
Yes!
By the way, did you say Dark Souls?
Developed by
Yes.
vicarious vision.
Why?
Vicarious visions.
Yeah, the same people that made the GBA
What
games,
the?
Crash Nitro Kart.
It's Crash Bandicoot.
They've brought back Crash from the
Oh my
grave.
God.
The grave he's been stuck in for a good almost 10 years, actually.
Look how jank his character model is!
By the way, guys, just to let you guys know,
So beautiful.
so yeah, this is the
Crash Bandicoot N.Sane Trilogy!
The sexiest video
At
game
long
bastard.
last.
Here's the thing. Despite the fact that I love the intro with Crash dropping the boxes in there and then jumping in himself, I love that intro. Can we please get an update where we can fucking skip it for once?
I've heard many people say that it can't be skipped. And
It's
annoying.
unskippable.
No, it cannot
Yeah.
be skipped. It cannot be skipped.
License and privacy policy.
Crash Bandicoot.
Anyway, if I could actually take the helm real quick. So basically what we're doing here is that, the N.Sane Trilogy has all 3 Crash games from the Naughty Dog era in full 4K. HD visuals and all.
Which means
and,
there should be which just go to say there should be another N.Sane Trilogy eventually where they remaster Wrath of Cortex, because that is, honest to God, my first Crash game. I still love it. They could fix
oh, wait a
many
minute.
of the problems.
Look!
Oh boy!
God.
Oh.
I was so ready for it.
Let's get on to the real meat of the game, please.
And now for the not new voice actors, but their new portrayals of characters.
Hi, Maurice LaMarche.
My general.
Hello, Lex Leg. It's so great to have you guys back.
Hi, what was that
It
you were
is.
trying to say at the beginning?
Oh, me?
I was about to say that. No, he was asking me. That cute little bit where it showed like the old Poly Crash jumping into the machine. Fun fact, that is not the original Naughty Dog model, but rather the model that Vicarious Visions made for when they wanted to get like exclusive animations for the Game Boy Advance games.
Really?
I'm
Yep.
surprised they actually kept that model of all things.
Not ready. We have no idea what it could do.
So,
Dr. Embryo looks a little more twitchy.
I love how
Kind of.
well animated they all are here.
they're trying to make the characters act like they do in the second games, mainly Embryo. Yeah. And this is the only voice act. Yay! Tana actually did shit!
And she's surrounded by a bunch of motherfuckers.
Oh god, yes!
She's surrounded by Dr. Hugo Stranges. Run!
No, I can actually call them that. That is their defined name, motherfucker.
Object motherfucker.
I was trying to say something before.
Sorry, what was
we-
that?
Sorry
Go
about
ahead,
that, Iki.
guys.
What was that?
So I noticed that there was like a license agreement thing at like the very title screen. Does that mean we're going to get banned in China?
Maybe? Who knows, but honestly, who
Nice.
cares? So yeah, basically this is how it's gonna go. I'll be starting us off with the original Crash Bandicoot, the one that started it all. Logan will be taking over for Crash 2, and then Matt will end us off with Crash 3.
Warped!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you just gotta say it like Uka passes Stone that
I
day.
love-
Chris used to say.
I
Which is
love
actually kind of funny because a little detail is that when you hover over each of the game titles at the opening bit, they actually do reenact how they're announced. I actually didn't notice that it was actually Uka Uka saying warped in the original, because it's kind of tricky because in the original they were both voiced by Clancy Brown, so I just thought it was Cortex
Yeah.
like passing a Major Stone.
No, it's just like saying. But anyway, sorry.
So that's how he got his first crystal.
Can I,
sorry.
can I just say that, though...
Matt, real quick. Icky, what was that you were saying earlier?
Oh
I
yeah,
remember you saying something.
I was trying to say, I absolutely love how this game turned out. I'm so glad
Oh,
that
too.
it's getting the
great.
overwhelming support at the time of this recording that is
Oh
getting.
yeah. Like on Metacritic, I think it's got a user review of like 90%. As far as critics,
damn.
80.
yeah.
Which is damn
No,
solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is a great remaster.
And it also helps too that it's being helmed by people that actually did shit for the Crash Bandicoot series at one point in their
Yep,
lives.
so they know what they're doing.
I love
Right.
how everyone's like, this is such a great game. Wow, it's almost like not for nothing, but it's almost like where were you keeping that? Anyway, not for nothing,
don't wanna know.
but it's almost not for nothing, but it's almost like they were basically reselling. Not saying it's a problem. I'm saying the fact is like, yes, this is such a great game by today's standards. Yes, because this was basically the same game from back then when you actually had to try.
But now it looks so much better.
Yeah, no.
Well, I think that's
I
the
will.
thing.
All right. A lot of people say that playing. The new Ratchet and Clank is like playing a Pixar game. This is like playing a DreamWorks game. It looks so
I can
beautiful.
see that.
Yeah.
Well, it's got the edge of a dream. It's got the edge of an early DreamWorks movie, so yeah. Also, you could save your game without having to get all those ton of icons.
This came out 2
What was
years
that year?
or 3 years before Ants came out, so yeah.
What were you saying there, Hype, just then?
First off, I think just to go back to what you were saying, it's like, yes, it's almost as if they're reselling old games. I think to give people a little bit more credit than that, I don't think people, when they're talking about this game, they're more so talking about that, like, they're really impressed and glad that how much, effort and passion was put into, reviving these games for a modern generation. I don't think anyone's, like... Yeah, it's like, I don't think anyone's like, oh, these games are so wonderful. It's not like they're just reselling it. No, they're appreciating how much care went into, modernizing it for a newer generation.
Yeah.
By the way,
heck, even Naughty Dog themselves have gone out to say that they really loved how the N.Sane Trilogy turned
And I
out.
didn't get those
By the way,
critics are
yeah,
just
like
like, oh, this is the Dark Souls of Crash Bandicoot.
I love that.
It's like, what the fuck?
By the way,
What's up, Matt?
does anybody notice that Crash where he wears the Uka Uka mask? It's just on the tip of his nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
of course,
Aku
that's
Aku.
model.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Big Nose, you can't quite fit in this mask.
So
Actually, interesting
Spin
spin doctor.
Doctor.
The achievements in this game are really adorable.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
My favorite one by far is if you accidentally spin on a one-up
Really?
icon. It's like,
I meant to do that.
Yeah, I meant to do that.
What?
because it'll go flying.
When you defeat the bosses in Crash 3, there's some really good names like the Penguin. What is the name of the penguin?
Penta.
Or
Penta.
Penta Penguin.
Yeah, Penta. When you defeat Dingodile and Penta starts jumping on him, an achievement pops up that called Penta's Revenge.
So wait, now you have dedicated...
There's our girlfriend! Yay!
Oh,
Nope.
damn.
Well, that happened.
Now she has a reason as to why she doesn't appear again every time.
Better than her standing motionless. Anyway,
Like,
I was
what-
about to say,
yeah,
it's like...
motionless like a goddamn show hostess.
yeah.
Thank you for
Anyway,
stealing
what's
that
up,
joke from SGB, but my thing is, like, it explains why she doesn't go with Crash to when he leaves the levels, but still makes you wonder how she got there to begin with.
She escaped.
I don't know. So, first, okay, so I guess I'll say, so, as people may have noticed, I'm trying to...
Oh, jeez.
Too bad. I love
Wait.
how expressive and emotive he is.
Please tell me
Yeah.
that you show what happens if you miss so many boxes.
I was actually about
I unfortunately was not able to do the yeah, I was about to say, I wasn't able to do that. I was able to get as far as like just before the 40 box limit.
Yeah, because that's an interesting thing that they do with the missed boxes tally. For every 10 boxes that you miss, Crash just gets more and more wrecked by all the boxes falling on him.
Beaten up
Until
and destroyed.
finally he's dead.
He's just on the
Yeah.
floor, he doesn't even move anyway. So what was that?
I was trying to say, what a great game. Am I right, fellas? Am I right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a great game. It's a fantastic game. Unless you're starting off with prior experience to the original Naughty Dog trilogy, at which point you're going to be dying left and
No,
right.
I said great
Yeah,
game.
so...
Yeah.
Oh,
great game.
game.
My bad. Oh, my
Very
bad. I
great
thought you
game.
said great game.
Oh.
Great game.
What a
Great game,
great
very good
game. Also, those boxes are floating in the air. They're not even sitting on the floor.
Nope.
Welcome to
they were like that in
Leaky,
the original,
welcome to
weren't they?
Crash Bandicoot.
Oh wow, so unrealistic these
Crash's
boxes.
World.
These boxes. So anyway,
Oh boy.
what was I saying? So what was I saying? So, as people may have noticed, my job right now is trying to be the mediator to say, okay, who's saying this? Okay, now you say this, in case no one, so everyone gets a chance to be heard. That's my job right now. But the other thing I was gonna say is that yes, we know, we did this game already, technically, on this
Stupid
channel.
monkey.
Yeah,
By
we did the
definition.
original.
We did do this game technically. However, we decided, since this game kind of reimagined it probably better than we could have, wanted in the end. It did a really great job of it.
Made it actually
And-
bearable.
and added some improvements, such as, yes, as Hype suggested, for one, if you want to get the clear gems, you no longer have to do it all on one
Great.
life.
Nope.
Yep.
The only
Except for
trade-off
Coco.
that they... Yeah, I was about to say, the only trade-off that they did is that whenever you go to a bonus stage, you actually do have to get all the boxes because they count the box tally. But thankfully, you can
But-
retry those as many times as you want.
And they have specialized portals to those stages too.
I just realized I missed a grand opportunity on a joke. Crash can no longer bless those beautiful
Oh
boobies.
boy.
Ha!
Ow, 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 ow,
Cortex,
ow, ow.
Cortex stole them all for himself.
It's just fun. I just love the animation, the express. They added so much because it would have been so easy to just reskin it, but they added a lot of new things to it as well. Idle animations and which
Another
was the one
thing
that
they
won
added-
again?
Wait!
what's that?
Another thing they added
What?
for the third game that I think is the best. Coco has her own dance now, and it is adorable.
Welcome to
Yeah,
Boulders,
she does her own version of
Colorado.
the Crash Dance.
Well, I guess that somewhat spoils
Anyway.
the biggest change that they made, but we already talked about it in a previous video, so...
Well, no, we'll see that. We'll see that later.
Well, let's save that for later,
we'll see that coming up.
because for now, this is just the Crash Show. All Crash Bandicoot all the time, being chased by a goddamn boulder!
Run!
Also, that's another change. You get to play as Coco in
Wait, I was like-
almost every single level now.
Yeah, the only
I
levels
say
that she's
almost-
not playable are is... The only levels she's not playable are in are bosses and certain vehicle levels.
I just realized
And
that Crash
underwater
actually has a
levels,
different expression for when he's getting chased by stuff.
Well, why would you want to
Yeah.
play as her in underwater levels anyway? Unless Matt's trying to tell us something here.
Shut up.
We were so close. Next.
We were
year.
so
Next
close to seeing Coco
Shush.
Bandicoot in a... No, we were so close to seeing Coco Bandicoot in a bikini.
year. Oh, I thought you were gonna say the other reason. We'll talk about that other reason later. Moving on.
Like, you really want to see that to begin with.
If you know Logan and I, then yeah, we are disappointed.
We are very sad men. But
For
Next.
many reasons.
Welcome to the club.
Speak for yourselves, fellas.
moving on. We did it.
Yay!
Also should be said, the boulders aren't nearly as bullshit as they were in the original. They're actually balanced this time. You don't have to abuse that little left and right jump trick.
Another thing that the boulders do is kind of taking the cue from the later games. Any crates that you miss, the boulder will crush them, and it will count to the box tally.
Yep.
nice.
So you don't even have to try anymore in those levels.
Yep.
So, two things I wanted to say. One is that I thought that was funny that for the gems they have different animations each time. It's not just the same.
Yeah.
Number two is, should we talk about another one of the big things that this game brought to the original
The
trilogy,
time trials?
which is the new voice. I was gonna say the new voice cast.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
well-
right. It's no longer Brendan O'Brien doing his usual, whoa! This time they actually brought back old series favorite, Jess Harnell.
Really?
Yep, that's just our now.
I wouldn't say new, because a good chunk of these voice actors are reprising their roles from the ever-behated Titans games. Like, we mentioned Justice Crash, Debbie Berry as Coco, and I meant to say Crash, but also have like the likes of like John DiMaggio as Uka Uka, and Tiny returning from Nitro Kart.
And we also got Maurice
Which-
And then
Marsh
Greg Eagles
as
as Aqua.
Embryo.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Features.
funny enough about LaMarche, they changed his voice to make it sound more like his voice isn't his regular voice. He's
It's a
doing
little
it
more snivelly, more stuttery. I heard.
He's going for
yeah,
a much
it wasn't
more
like he was in
unhinged
Titans.
personality in this case.
Mind over Mute, technically.
Yeah.
and then
Yes.
also with
Just a
John
second, guys, I'll be right
DiMaggio.
back.
Oh, sorry.
Alright.
With John DiMaggio as Uka Uka, his voice is also changed as well. They filtered his voice to shit.
What are you doing? Oh,
Because I can't get the gem here anyway.
Oh.
that is true. You need color gems for these ones.
Just save it. Just saving time for all you boys and girls.
11
out
out
there.
of 36 boxes. Oh my god.
And Crash is gonna
We're
pay for it.
We're gonna
Here
fucking
we go.
die. Make it stop, make it stop, make it stop.
Okay.
Ugh.
That works out the old spine a bit.
Like he
So,
has a spine to begin with?
Let's see what else.
He doesn't even have a neck.
It's Bill Farmer.
Papu,
It's
Papu.
not Bill Farmer.
I
It's not Bill
wish.
Farmer, unfortunately.
Dwayne Schultz.
Because that's a fun fact, Dickie. This guy was voiced by Goofy back in the day.
Was
Actually, he wasn't.
That Bill
We kind of
Farmer
corrected
voiced
ourselves on that.
Oh, he did.
In fact,
He
funny
was?
enough, the guy who voices him
Oh,
in this
gosh.
game was actually a previous voice actor for Dingo Dial.
Wait, really?
Well, no, I
it's
remember
the
he
same guy
was.
that voiced him in Twinsanity.
Huh? Did he also reprise his role for Dingo Dial in 3?
No, that was Fred Fred Tatastorci, who, as me and Matt will know him
Tatskiorn.
as, the current voice actor for Hulk.
So what happens if you
interesting.
stand on the throne? Can he hurt you?
Not really.
No.
Honestly, this boss is pretty
I mean,
easy.
it's the first boss
No,
in the
he
game.
he is the easiest boss in the whole series.
So if you just stand on the throne, he can't hurt
but hey, you know what? You know what though, Matt? He's got to crack that kills. As a matter of fact, on my first playthrough of this game, I accidentally died to this guy on the last hit because his hitbox is still active while he's spinning out of control.
Not gonna lie, I
Crash?
actually
Where'd
did
you go?
die to him once. By the way, if you go to that area,
Matt, shh, Matt, shush. It's Nate on the N.Sane. We'll be dealing with that in the next part.
oh, okay.
Well, that said, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for our first part of the N.Sane Trilogy Crash 1 edition. Stay tuned for the second part where we actually allude to what Matt's trying to refer to. Till next time, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye!
Maybe I'll talk more next part.
Yeah. Sorry.